right, so we are back with Miss Hilary, and it has only been about 48 hours since we did the 9th session, which is completely fine. So what have you noticed in the last 48 hours?
So I think the biggest physical change I've noticed, even in that last session, was jaw and neck release. It was just a lot of. I just hold a lot of tension there, so I'm always like, do more.
Mm-hmm.
But I had been feeling like my jaw had been a little bit off. I have braces. I think I've said that a few times during this testimonials, but they were just like misaligned or somehow, and I thought it was just like chalking it up to my teeth moving and needing to go into my next appointment and things like that for the orthodontist. But after that session, the end of that session was neck and head, right?
Yep.
And right away when I stood up, I noticed that like everything, my jaw just sort of laid back down and my teeth were like in the right place again. And then it held, like I noticed it all through the night eating dinner and in the next morning. And I knew because like my jaws were a little bit achy and things like that, that like something had been like snared. Yep. That was then released. And I've noticed a couple times throughout, but my stomach, we were debating whether or not this was associated, but probably, which was sort of a little bit unsettled stomach, food feeling kind of like not awesome, and specifically coffee. Having over the 10 sessions, I think have lost a taste for coffee, which had been already sort of petering out. And now have a cup and I'm like it hurts my stomach, I don't like it, and it's just been something interesting to notice. And we were talking about maybe not needing it, it's too much stimulation, and the body's just like, yeah, no, we're good.
Right. Well, and it was one of those things too, like for because she mentioned it, and it was one of those things that I also had experienced, but hadn't put two and two together until you said it. And I was like, yeah, I don't finish my morning cup of coffee. I more make it because of the ritual of waking up.
The smell of it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I drink maybe 3/4 of it, and
Yeah.
I've had to go down to half calf.
Yeah.
My morning, Starbucks runs and stuff, I find myself getting not the coffee drinks if I need, if I want something, and I think it's because we don't need the energy and the sensitivity that comes into the body of knowing what it does and does not need right away.
Yeah, and I think I've noticed that too with food, and again, who knows? I'll keep noticing because it could just be like maybe something's off otherwise, but. That's been interesting to notice, even in the last 48 hours.
Right.
And
the fact that we both had the same experience with the same things, and the fact that food right away. If I go to eat something and I'm just like, ew, I'm wrong.
You're like, I don't need that.
I don't need that right now, right?
But also, I think on the flip side of that, it's funny about food because I've spent a lot of time thinking about food and coaching people around food over the past 5 years or so. And, I think the flip side of that is also true where, I'm not going to lie, there's been a lot of cookies in 2020.
Right. Because I've been saying I'm not going to have my last fucking meal on earth involve kale.
Although I love kale.
Yeah, I do not.
I had it yesterday. I mean, I do. I would actually love that with garlic, whatever. But, I'm like, the 4 cookies, because I don't want any more.
Yep.
But there has to be a little stack.
Yep.
But I'm not going to eat the whole bag.
Yep, exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah. Right.
And my body's like, okay. I mean, I'm not severely allergic to anything.
Yep.
I should I be eating tons of this and that and sugar? No. But, I don't want them all the time.
Yep.
And it's not every single day, but it's I want 4 little cookies.
Yep.
I'm going to eat them. And then, it's fine.
And I'm going to enjoy the crap out of them, and my body's going to be able to process it because it's balance. I mean, that's the thing is we're restoring balance.
Yeah.
And having a couple of cookies every now and again is actually a very balanced approach to a diet.
Yeah. So, and it's so of course there's the mental, emotional part of that, but there's also, I feel as you've been saying, the listening of the body's just no, we're good, it's fine.
Right.
Keep it moving, drink some water.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm excited. I feel just, what else did I say? Oh, waking up. So kind of like clockwork, even with the time change and everything. I think it's like brighter in the mornings, and I've just been like up. Like I get up, I pretend that I want to go back to sleep, but like I don't, and I can't. So I just get up, and I don't feel like I need to stretch or anything. I just am like ready to go.
Right.
Which is new. So I just feel like, I don't know, proud or excited that like we went through the whole cycle, and well, you know, excited to keep observing like what keeps happening.
And I'm so excited that like you were the perfect person to do this with, this video testimonial, and I'm so grateful to you for doing it. Because you are noticing things on so many different planes, and you're really able to feel that subtle and feel all of the different places. I always say I can change people on the plane that they're able to be changed or willing to be changed on. And if that's a physical, awesome. If that's a physical mental connection, awesome. If it's the physical, mental, emotional connection, fucking awesome. Just your ability to sort of connect all three and really take this to the deepest levels it can go has been really fun to watch. And then seeing where even things with my own 10 that I didn't even clue into, right? Like the coffee
and
thing.
I think that's why, you know, it's like why it's fun to like tell stories too. And I think, you know, one thought on that for like anyone watching or listening is also like, I know like sometimes full disclosure, like when you say like how does that feel like on the table in a session, a lot of times if you're watching the videos, like you're also talking and say, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but like saying like how does it feel, and sometimes I'm like I don't know,
right?
Like,
shut up. My ex-boyfriend would be like, Nikki, I need 10 minutes. I don't know right now.
I'm like, I don't know. I want to punch you in the head.
Exactly.
Like, but so like no pressure if you're like, oh, I have to go into this and like be on all these planes, because it is what it is.
Right.
And like you'll know. But on that note though, like also be open to like what like the in between the sessions, like be open to like things that like, oh, that couldn't possibly be related,
right?
Or like, oh, that's just a coincidence, or like, oh, I noticed this thing but I don't think it's connected to that. Like it is. I think it is. I believe it is. Like it's there's stuff that you know, just sort of be open to like seeing like how those things can be linked in weird ways that you wouldn't expect. But
awesome. I totally agree. All right, so today we're going to do 10, which is the final one. And I'm going to do it a little different. I'm not going to do the hyperlapse. I'm just going to explain to people what it is that's going to happen, just like we did with the 7th hour. And then if you're open to it, to just do a quick little at the end, just how you're feeling at the end, because you'll be a space cadet.
I'll be
really
something
fun to watch. So awesome. Let's get going. Yay. All right, so we are here with Hilary on the table, and we are going to do the 10th session. And I'm not going to do it in hyperlapse. I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to lie, it's weird. Even Dr. Ida Rolf herself was like, I don't fucking know, just do it. Which was really helpful when learning. So we're just going to, basically, we call it put in the horizontals. And the idea is that we have aligned the body vertically in gravity, but that there are also sort of horizontal gravitational lines that we need to put in the body. So I basically am just going to go limb by limb. So we do face down first, and I just go horizontal, 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 horizontal. And it's frackin' weird, but it's incredible the difference it makes. The other way that I look at it is I think of the body kind of like an onion. And with the first 7 sessions, each session I kind of peel away and go pretty deep to the core of the onion. And now with 8, 9, and now 10, I'm kind of coming back out to the surface layers and reorganizing these surface layers with the newly organized deeper layers. And again, a lot of this nonsense sounds like nonsense until you get on the table. But yeah, we're just gonna go limb by limb and just go kind of like in this motion. And then I'll come up here and go do it on the hips like this. And then we come and do it to the rib cage, and then do it to the shoulders, and then do it to the arms, and then turn her over and do the same thing on the other side. So that is the 10th hour in a nutshell, and let's get started, my dear. All right, my dear, I hate to put you on camera right after the 10 because you look so disoriented. and Hilary always wants to get cozy after sessions.
Always.
It's so cute.
I get cold, I go home, I want to put like all the hoodies on.
It's so
all the blankets.
Look at her.
Yeah, I feel like a newborn baby.
Yay!
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Well, so do you feel kind of floaty or at peace?
Yeah.
I remember feeling, and just kind of, like new again.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, I feel a little spacey, but like I want blankets and tea and corners of couches.
Awesome.
But yeah, I feel aligned. It was sort of very meditative and peaceful, and then just everything feels aligned. That's like the word that keeps coming.
That's a great word. All right, I'm gonna let you get going because I know it's like this is such a weird one. But again, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thank you for trusting me with your body.
Of course.
And awesome.
Somebody who's watching, come.
Thank you. All right.
See you soon.
Bye.